whereas the Excel sheet does not. It's all transparent, like the government should be, but it's not, right? The government's in a database program. It's all hidden when it should be transparent in an Excel worksheet. I don't know where that comparison came from. Sorry about that. Anyways, dynamic logic for theory. Excel formulas allow you to transpose keys instantly, highlight scales and chords using conditional formatting. So note that a lot of people don't have as much experience in, say, formulas in Excel. So if you're learning Excel and if I've convinced you that having tables in Excel is useful, which I think is just really clear, then the first thing you want to learn is to be able to set up a table properly, to be able to set up what do you want your rows and columns to be? How is it going to be lined up? That actually takes some time, but if you work on it for a while, you get that down, and then you can work on more complex formulas and whatnot that you can put into the system, and using other tools such as color coding, which can be really easy, just highlighting and changing the color, but also using conditional formatting, basically coloring the entire fretboard, for example, or your representation of it, using a logical formula or conditional formula formatting, such as here, where we highlighted the 1, 3, 5 relative positions to the key of C major. So that's what we did, right? Yeah. So that would be, so that is really useful. So in our course, we're going to go over the stuff just verbally, but we'll also, when we do our work, when we actually put it down, we'll do it in Excel. And a lot of musicians are actual tactile learners. They learn by playing the guitar, and so that means Excel is also a tactile thing. So if you like tinkering with the guitar, I would think that once you start tinkering with Excel, you might actually enjoy that if you're not already enjoying that. So build modes from any root with simple logic. So you can build modes, because the modes are a relationship. So you can easily then look at the relationships. You want to analyze the relationships between the different modes, which are different scales in the same diatonic, the same set of notes. Then it's easiest to play around with that if you can manipulate an Excel sheet. Calculate interval distances and note relationships. So if you start working in Excel, it'll become more and more clear why some of the suggestions we've already put out make sense, such as having a numbering system for the notes, some kind of numbering system, right? 12 notes should have numbers. Why? Because obviously in something like Excel, as well as in your mind, it's a lot easier to count up, count back, and take distances, subtraction between numbers, right? And the same is true with the intervals. So that's going to become more. So, and the basic idea is, if it's easier in a spreadsheet to see something that's in a table format, if it's easier to do something in something like an Excel, then it's most likely because that is the easiest format to put it in. Meaning it's most likely because the way you're looking at it with letters and no numbers is more difficult. If the logic is simpler in Excel, it's most likely because it is simpler done a different way. It leads you to the logical conclusion that you might want to do something a little bit differently. You might want to add numbers to the notes, for example.